The Las Vegas Convention Center, Hall C U.S. Open Table Tennis Championships. Not a glamorous venue, industrial carpet, fluorescent lights, metal folding chairs arranged in rows, 40 ping-pong tables set up in precise grids, the sound of balls clicking against rubber, shoes squeaking on floor, players grunting with effort. No crowd yet, just players warming up, tournament officials checking nets, volunteers setting up scoreboards. The air conditioning struggles against Nevada summer heat. Even at 9 in the morning, it's already 85 degrees outside. Inside feels like 75 but humid. Bodies in motion, sweat already forming. Marty Reisman walks through the entrance, 67 years old, 5'7", still lean, 140, maybe 135 now. Hard to keep weight on when you're old. Body burns different, skin hangs looser on arms, face more lined, hair completely white now, thinning, combed straight back. Same style he's worn for 50 years. He's wearing black warm-up pants, white polo shirt, tennis shoes, real tennis shoes, not the modern athletic sneakers everyone else wears. Classic canvas Converse, black, the kind he's worn since the 50s. They don't make them like they used to. He buys them wherever he can find them now. In his right hand, a leather case, custom-made, 40 years old, worn smooth. Inside, his paddle, the paddle. Same one he's used since 1957, sandpaper surface. Not the modern rubber everyone uses now. Actual sandpaper, pips out, the old way, the original way. Before the technology changed everything, tournament officials required him to register the paddle specially. It's technically legal, but barely. The rules changed in the 80s. Most sandpaper paddles got banned. His is grandfathered in, as long as he uses this exact paddle. The moment it breaks, he can't replace it. No one makes them anymore. This paddle is the last of its kind he owns. His lower back aches, constant now, has for 10 years. Arthritis, the doctor says, gave him pills. Marty doesn't take them, doesn't like how they make him feel. Cloudy, slow, he needs to be sharp, so he lives with the pain. His right shoulder, the serving shoulder, clicks when he rotates it. Rotator cuff damage, 50 years of overhead serves. The body keeps score, always. But he's here, U.S. Open. Same tournament he won in 1958, 39 years ago. Different era, different game, different world. He registers at the desk. The volunteer is young, 20 maybe. Looks at Marty's birth date on the form. Does the math. Eyes widen. You're 67? Yes. And you're competing in the open division, not seniors? That's right. The open division. No age restrictions. Anyone can enter. Professionals, college players, whoever thinks they're good enough. Most competitors are between 18 and 35. Peak athletic years, fast reflexes, strong bodies, quick recovery. Marty is twice the age of most players here, 3 times the age of some. The volunteer processes his registration, hands him a badge. Number 127, his table assignments, first match is at 11. Marty finds a corner, sets down his bag, starts stretching. His body needs 20 minutes of warm-up now. Used to need 5. At 25, he could walk in cold and play. Not anymore. Now everything needs to be coaxed into cooperation. Hamstrings, hip flexors, shoulders, each movement careful, deliberate. Other players notice him. A few recognize him. Older coaches who remember, they nod, respectful. The younger players don't know who he is. Just see an old man stretching in the corner, out of place. At 10:30, a group of players walks in. 5 of them. Early 20s, athletic, confident. They're wearing matching warm-up suits, red and white, a club team. They move like athletes, that easy physical confidence of the young, bodies that do what they're told, no hesitation, no pain. One of them is Danny Chen, 22 years old, current U.S. national champion, ranked 15th in the world. He's been playing professionally since he was 16. Trains 8 hours a day, has corporate sponsors, gets paid to play ping pong. Modern era, modern game. Danny is tall for a table tennis player, 5'11", lean muscle, quick hands. His forehand is legendary, generates incredible topspin. The ball curves in ways that defy physics. He's won every major American tournament in the last 2 years. He's the favorite here. Danny's group sets up at a table near Marty. They start warming up. Their paddles are all identical, custom-made, carbon fiber handles, spring-loaded rubber surfaces, technology that didn't exist when Marty started playing. Each paddle costs $300. They replace them every 6 months when the rubber wears out. One of Danny's teammates notices Marty. Points. Says something. Danny looks over, sees an old man in vintage shoes holding a leather case. Danny grins, says something back. His teammates laugh. Danny walks over, friendly, confident, not hostile, just curious. "Hey, old-timer, you competing today?" Marty finishes his stretch, stands. "Yes." "What division? Seniors?" "Open." Danny's eyebrows raise. "Open? Seriously?" "Seriously. How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?" 67, Danny whistles. 67? Wow, that's something. You must really love the game. "I do." Danny gestures at Marty's paddle case. "Can I see your paddle?" Marty opens the case, pulls out the paddle. Sandpaper surface catches the fluorescent light, worn smooth in the center from decades of grip. The handle is wood. Plain, no ergonomic curves, no fancy coatings, just wood shaped by 40 years of hands. Danny takes it, examines it. His face shows confusion, then recognition, then something like amusement. "This is sandpaper." "Yes? You're using a sandpaper paddle in 1997. I've used this paddle since 1957. 40 years? Danny turns it over, looks at the other side. Same sandpaper. "This is what they used before rubber?" "This is what I use." Danny hands it back, carefully, like it's a museum piece. "No offense, but you know the game has changed, right? Rubber generates way more spin, more speed, more control. Sandpaper it's like bringing a musket to a gunfight." Marty puts the paddle back in its case. "Maybe. You're going to get destroyed out there. These kids are playing a different game than you learned." "Probably." Danny studies him. Not mean, just honest. "Then why are you here?" "To play. You could play seniors, win some trophies against guys your own age. I could. But you're here instead, in the open, against guys like me." "That's right." Danny shakes his head, smiling, not mocking, admiring in a way. "You've got guts, old man. I'll give you that. Good luck. You're going to need it." He walks back to his group, says something. They all look at Marty, not laughing now. Curious, respectful maybe. The old man who showed up to get destroyed but showed up anyway. Marty's first match is at 11, table 14. His opponent is a college player, 20 years old, strong forehand, decent backhand, nervous, first big tournament. Marty wins 11-7, 11-9, 11-6, 3 straight games. The college kid is stunned. He was told this would be easy. Old man with antique equipment should be a walkover. Instead, he got picked apart. Marty's placement was perfect. Every ball going exactly where the kid wasn't. Not power, precision. Second match at 1 p.m. Another college player, better than the first. 23 years old, more experience, confident. Marty wins 11-9, 9-11, 11-7, 11-8. 4 games, harder this time. The opponent adjusted, but Marty adjusted back. By the second match, people are noticing. The old man with the sandpaper paddle is winning. Word spreads. Coaches come to watch. Players between matches. This is unusual. This is interesting. Third match at 4 p.m. Marty's back is screaming now. 5 hours of playing. Standing, moving, his feet hurt. The canvas shoes don't have modern cushioning. Every step reminds him of his age. This opponent is 28, semi-professional, trains full-time, ranked in top 100 nationally. This should end Marty's run. It goes to 5 games. 11-8, 8-11, 11-13, 11-9, 11-7. Marty wins. Barely. He can barely walk off the court. His right knee, the one he pivots on, feels like it's grinding bone on bone. His shoulder throbs. He sits, drinks water. His hands shake slightly. Fatigue, age, both. but he's in the round of 16. Tomorrow. That night in his hotel room, Marty can't sleep. His body won't let him. Everything hurts. He lies in bed, stares at the ceiling, takes inventory of the damage, back, shoulder, knee, feet. 50 years of this sport. The bill always comes due. He thinks about not going back tomorrow, about calling it. He proved his point. 67 and still competitive. That's enough. No one would blame him for stopping now, but he doesn't want to stop. Not yet. Not while he can still play. Sunday morning, round of 16. Table 6, center court, real crowd now, maybe 200 people. They heard about the old man. They came to watch. His opponent is Danny Chen, the national champion, seeded number 1, favored to win the whole tournament. Of course it's Danny. The bracket worked out that way. The old man versus the young champion. The ancient paddle versus modern technology. Perfect story. Perfect matchup. They warm up. 5 minutes. Danny is loose, confident, smiling, playing to the crowd a little. He's supposed to win this easily. Everyone knows it. Marty is tight. His warm-up took 30 minutes this morning. Hot shower, stretching, slow movements, coaxing the body back into function. He's as ready as he's going to be. The match starts. Danny serves, fast, spinning. Marty reads it, returns. They rally. Danny's forehand, Marty's backhand, back and forth. Marty wins the point, 1-0. Danny looks surprised, resets, serves again. Marty returns, rally, longer this time. Marty moving Danny around, left, right, left. Danny reaches, returns. Marty places it perfectly. Far corner. Danny can't get there. 2-0. The crowd murmurs. This isn't what they expected. The game continues. Danny finds his rhythm, starts using his forehand more. The spin is incredible. The ball curves in ways Marty hasn't seen before. Modern rubber, modern technique. Danny pulls ahead. 7-4, Danny's lead. Marty adjusts, stops trying to match Danny's power, focuses on placement, consistency, making Danny work for every point, making Danny move. Young legs are faster, but they tire eventually. 9-8. Danny still leads, but barely. 11-9. Danny wins the first game. Second game. Marty changes tactics, uses his age as a weapon, slows the pace, long rallies, patient points, making Danny grind. Danny wants fast exchanges, quick points, showcase his speed. Marty refuses, keeps it slow, methodical, boring. It works. Danny gets frustrated, makes errors, trying to force points. Marty stays patient, waits for mistakes. 11-7, Marty wins the second game. The crowd is alive now. This is a match. This is real. Third game. Danny comes out aggressive. He's done playing around. He's the national champion. He should not be losing to a 67-year-old man with equipment from the Eisenhower administration. Danny dominates. His forehand is unstoppable. Marty can't keep up. Too fast. Too much spin. 11-4. Danny wins the third game. Fourth game. Marty is exhausted. His shoulder barely rotates. His knee feels like it might give out. His back is one long, continuous pain. But he keeps playing, keeps fighting, keeps placing balls where Danny isn't. Danny is tired too, not physically, mentally. This should be over. This should be easy. Instead, he's fighting for every point against a senior citizen. Marty wins the fourth game, 11-9. 2 games each. Fifth game decides it. The crowd is standing. This is the story they came for. Old versus new. Experience versus youth. Tradition versus innovation. Fifth game starts. They trade points. 5-5, 6-6, 7-7. Neither can pull away. 8-7. Marty's lead. 1 point from victory. Danny serves, fast. Marty returns, rally, back and forth, 17 strokes. Marty's legs are shaking, can barely move, but he keeps the ball in play, keeps fighting. Danny hits a forehand, hard, spinning. Marty reaches, gets there, returns. Danny smashes, Marty dives, paddle extends, connects. Ball floats back, weak, High. Danny sets up, kills it. 8-8. Marty can barely stand. His vision is blurry from exhaustion. His chest heaves, breathing hard. The crowd is silent, watching an old man push past limits, past what should be possible. 9-8. Danny's lead. 10-8. Match point. Danny's serve. Danny doesn't showboat, doesn't celebrate early. He respects Marty too much. Serves clean. Marty returns. Rally, 5 strokes. Danny attacks, forehand cross-court. Marty reaches, barely. Returns. Danny is already there, waiting. Smash. 11-8. Danny wins. The match is over. Marty stands at the table, breathing hard. Can't quite process it. He lost. Of course he lost. Danny is the national champion. Marty is 67. This was always going to be the result. But he took him to 5 games, made him earn it, pushed the 15th ranked player in the world to the edge. Danny comes around the table, extends his hand. Marty takes it. "You're incredible," Danny says, means it. 67 years old, and you just gave me the hardest match of the tournament. I've never seen anything like that. You played well. I played scared. You made me scared. With that ancient paddle and those old school techniques, I didn't know what to expect. You're a legend." The crowd applauds. Long, sustained. They're not applauding Danny's victory. They're applauding Marty, the old man who showed up, who competed, who pushed limits, who refused to accept what everyone said was impossible. Marty leaves the court, walks to the exit, slowly, each step painful. His knee almost gives out twice. He makes it to a bench, sits. Finally, someone brings him water. He drinks. His hands shake holding the cup. A reporter approaches. Young woman, notebook ready. "Mr. Reisman, can I ask you a few questions?" "Sure." "You're 67 years old. You just took the national champion to 5 games using a 40-year-old paddle. How does it feel?" Marty thinks about this. How does it feel? "Hurts," he says finally. She laughs, thinks he's joking. He's not. "But seriously, what made you decide to compete today? Against players a third your age?" "Wanted to see if I still could." "And can you?" "Got to round of 16. Lost to the best player here. I'd say I still can." "Do you think you could have won? If you were younger? If you had modern equipment?" Marty looks at his paddle. 40 years old. Sandpaper worn smooth. Handle shaped by decades of grip. "Maybe, maybe not. Doesn't matter. I'm not younger. I don't have modern equipment. This is who I am. This is what I have." "Any regrets?" "About what?" "Not adapting. Not switching to modern paddles, modern techniques. You might have won more." Marty is quiet for a long time. The reporter waits. "I won what mattered," he says finally. "Which was?" "Respect for the old ways, for the game as it was. I didn't need to win the tournament. I needed to show that the old way still works, still has value, that you don't have to chase every new thing to be good." "But you lost." "I competed. At 67, against the best, and I made him work for it. That's not losing. That's proving something." The reporter writes this down. Thanks him. Leaves. Marty sits alone. Tournament continues around him. Young players playing their matches. Fast, modern, efficient. His body is broken. He knows this. Knows he won't be able to do this again. Next year he'll be 68. Slower, weaker. The body only goes one direction. But today, for 11 games across 5 matches, he was still Marty Reisman, still dangerous, still capable of making champions nervous. He packs his paddle, same leather case, same ritual. 40 years of this routine. Open case, place paddle inside, close case, done. He limps to the parking lot, gets in his car, drives back to his hotel. The 20-minute drive feels longer. His back spasms twice. His knee throbs constantly. In his hotel room, he runs a hot bath, sits in it for an hour. The heat helps, a little, not much. He thinks about Danny's question. Why compete in the open? Why not play seniors? Because seniors is admitting you're old, is accepting limits, is playing against other people who've already given up on competing with the young. Marty isn't ready for that. Maybe never will be. The old way still works, not perfectly, not against everyone. But it works enough. That's what matters. Because some things shouldn't change just because everyone else changed. Some things should stay the same, even if it hurts, even if you lose. The paddle is 40 years old. Marty is 67. Both still work. Both still matter. That's enough.